Welcome to Worth a Shot, the series where I recommend some of my favorite games to you. It's been a while since I made one of these videos, but today I want to take a quick look at ICEY, a Chinese indie game. Now at first glance, ICEY looks just like another 2D action game with a decent art style, but it is so much more. When you start the game, you are immediately greeted by the narrator, who will tell your story as you go. In the beginning, you are told three things. You control a character called ICEY, her mission is to kill someone called Judas, and you should follow the arrows to get to him. And therein lies the problem. The narrator urges you to follow the arrows, but the game itself does not force you to do so. In fact, there are several side exits and secret rooms to discover by not following the directions given. And if you don't follow the instructions, the narrator will react to it. If you played the Stanley Parable, this might sound a bit familiar. The narrator isn't just there to tell you a pre-tailored story, he will talk to you about the path you take and the decisions you make. He is very well aware that you are the player and not the character, and plays with your expectations a lot. As a gamer, you're almost trained to explore every area before progressing the story. The narrator of course tells you not to, but behind the scenes the developer has already anticipated your disobedience and your urge to explore. That in turn only makes you want to disobey the narrator even more and find a way to somehow outsmart the narrator and, by extension, the developer. The thing is, the whole process of doing so is surprisingly rewarding and fun. On top of that, the gameplay is absolutely fantastic. With the whole story and meta-narrative aside, ICEY at its core is a 2D brawler and one of the best at that. The combat is fast, responsive and feels impactful. There are tons of combos, new moves and abilities to unlock that, when combined, make for a cool and very good looking spectacle on your screen. Even if the game just included 10 stages with pure gameplay and no story, I would still recommend it, because the combat is so very good and rewarding. Combine all of that with the striking art style with hand-drawn backgrounds, enemies and bosses, alongside some of the best 2D animations I have ever seen and the amazing soundtrack, and you get one of the best games of 2016. Although, there is one small gripe I have with the game. I want more. The game is rather short, and if you know where to go, you can easily achieve 100% in about 3 hours. There is an endless mode that lets you play for a high score, but I would love to see this game's gameplay on a larger scale with more enemy variety and more levels. But for about $10, it is a great experience and well worth the price. Before I end the video, I want to let you know that I'll include a short bit of non-commentated gameplay at the end of it, so you can get an impression of the English version of the narrator after my outro. But that's it for today. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.
ICEY arrives in the moonlight forest. In front of her waits Wait, where's the bridge? Right. Just keep following. ICEY jumps down into a giant cavern. ICEY discovers a hidden room. ICEY opened the treasure chest and turned back to follow the air. Whoa. Oh, God. All that's waiting is just an empty room. See? I told you. There's nothing here. Why did you bother coming? Oh, I know. Your hearing must be bad. Wait for a second. That is enough! I don't want to have to remind you every single time, but this world is depending on you. That wicked devil must be destroyed. You still have much to do. Why do you insist on wasting time here? I've always believed people should be a little more trusting and a lot less pompous. But you haven't even given me the chance to show my true genius.